Hey, what's up YouTube? You're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I have two products from Cynova. These are things that are drone accessories. One is a landing pad with an LED light built into it so you can actually see it when you're flying at dusk or in the evening. And this right here is a Mavic 3 backpack that I'm going to transition all my Mavic 3 stuff into and use it. So stay tuned and we'll check them both out. So if you're new to the channel and you like drone stuff, drone accessories, FPV, radio control, all that fun stuff, please hit subscribe and we'll give you lots of content like this, and also hit that notification bell so that you can get alerted when there's new videos. Cynova did send me these two products. However, they're not paying me for this video and they don't have any editorial decisions about this video. I'm gonna make it, put it out there, and it is what it is. But I am honestly excited about these two products. First thing I have here is the Cynova RGB landing pad. Now, I saw this online and it is, from what I've seen in the pictures, it looks very cool. It's a standard landing pad, the foldable kind that's kind of heavy and fairly thick, and it has an LED ring around the outside that's battery powered so that you can turn it on at night and you can actually see this thing a little bit better when you're trying to land on it. So it has instructions here, which I'm not sure really why you would need instructions on this other than charge it and don't put it in water, probably. I am gonna say too that over the last couple of months, I did get one of these type landing pads without the LEDs a while back, and I've become a big fan of these folding landing pads versus the kind that are more of a fabric and they pop out. And the reason is because these are heavier, they're a little thicker, and with those folding pop-out ones, if you put it on a rock or something, that rock is going to pop up through the fabric. Also, they're lightweight and they tend to blow away in the wind unless you stake them down. And if you're doing this on something like a rocky terrain or on concrete or something and you're just trying to protect your drone from dust, those pop-out ones aren't as good. This is heavy enough that it's not gonna fly away in the wind. And then this one is the version that has LED lights on it, which I'm really excited to try out. Now it has a little, looks like a little battery pack right down here, and I'm gonna see if there's enough charge in it for me to turn it on. So let's see, where's the switch? Oh, there's a button here on the back. Hey, there it goes. It gives you a little disco light show. I'm assuming this is a rechargeable down here on the bottom. And yes, it looks like it is a rechargeable. It looks like it has 4 little indicator lights here that tell you what the charge is. And it looks like they ship it with a 50% charge, which makes sense. Most things are shipped that way. And then it's got over here a USB, and yes, it's USB-C, a USB-C connector to charge this thing. Yeah, that's definitely USB-C. It's not micro USB. I'm so glad to be getting away from micro USB. I eventually want to be able to throw away all my micro USB cables and only use USB-C, and that's what this one has here, so good on them. This side, the orange side, is a very smooth plastic vinyl kind of feeling, kind of like those car seats from cheap cars in the 70s. My parents had a few of those. They would get really hot in the sun. But the other side is more of a kind of stretchy fabric kind of feeling, almost like a spandex-y kind of feeling. And there's some cushion to it. It's got a little bit of cushion on the inside. So if you're flying and you're landing on this side, it looks like you would have a little bit of cushion on your landing. I like this a lot. I just recently did a shoot indoors using the GEP RC Synologue 35, and it was concrete floors, and every time I landed it was like clunk, 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 clunk. It would have been nice to land on something like this that has a little bit of absorption to it. The dimensions on this thing are something by something. There it is. And so it's big enough to handle most camera drones. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna handle an Inspire necessarily, but if you're flying an Inspire, you're on a whole different level anyway, or a Matrice, but it'll certainly handle the Mavic line, it'll handle the Evo drones, the mini drones, and all FPV drones pretty much, unless you're carrying some sort of big Cinelifter kind of thing, that might be too big, but generally this is gonna handle most consumer drones in terms of its size. It folds down, as I said before. Usually with these things, there is one way that they fold the best, and I just found it. Okay, so we've turned the studio lights down, and you can see right now the first mode it has is a slow chase, where it changes between the colors, kind of in a little chase pattern. And then the next mode it has is slow chase, where it chases through the colors all the way. It's not like making stripes or anything. It's going from, you know, yellow to green to blue. And then the next mode is, let's see if I hit it or not. Next mode is a blink, blinking between the colors. The next mode is another blink, kind of almost like a strobe effect. And then this mode seems to be another slow chase. And then I think there are solid colors too. So here's red pulsing to blue, pulsing to green, kind of a pulse. And then maybe this is solid. So there's a solid red. Yep, it's just staying red. And I'll push it again, solid blue, push it again, solid green, push it again, solid sort of magenta, purpley kind of color, sort of a sea blue, kind of a gold. Yeah, so just a whole bunch of different colors and modes that you can get on this thing. In fairness to DJI, I do like this bag that the Mavic 3 comes with. However, two things. Number one, it's not really my style. I'd prefer a traditional backpack, although this converts into a backpack. Its backpack mode is not as good as its shoulder bag mode. And number two, I wanted something a little bit bigger, and this is definitely a little bit bigger. Ooh. There we go. And right out of the gate, this feels very, very well made. I mean, I've only got a few seconds of holding it, but it's got lots of cushion here on the back. It's got kind of a thick vinyl material on it. It's got a little label where you can put your phone and stuff like that. These two zippers, which go in opposite directions, they have a snap on them. So when you zip it up, you can actually snap them together. Got to get them in the right direction. And snap them so that the zippers stay together. Ooh, there's the actual cutout. So this has a cutout for the Mavic 3, and I believe it holds 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries. You could put a 5th battery on it if you just left it on the drone. This actual cutout thing can be removed. So you can take this foam piece out. So this is designed for the Mavic 3, and if you wanted to, you could take these pieces of foam that are up here, and these are foam that you can use to customize the inside of the case. So if you wanted to put a Air 2S or an Autel Evo or any other drone that would fit in here, they give you these customizable little pieces of padded cloth that have Velcro on either side, and they stick over here to the sides, so you can create little walls in between. So if you wanted to have your camera along with your drone or whatever. So that kind of gives you some flexibility. If you don't want to use it for your Mavic 3, it can be used for other stuff. But that's specifically cut out for the Mavic 3. Ah, the rainfly. There's a little Velcro piece right down here, and the rainfly is right here. Now this is supposed to go over the backpack, and it's got a little bit of elastic here, and it's kind of like a hairnet. Just flips right over the backpack and keeps it dry. I suppose if it was raining really hard and you didn't want to get your hair wet, you could pull it out and do this. I don't have hair, so it doesn't really matter. I like the fact that they haven't used up a full pocket for this thing. They just have this little kind of extra pocket down here that really wouldn't hold much else. It's pretty flat and pretty small, but since this smashes down, you don't really have to worry about it. There's the rainfly in the bottom. This is cool. This is like a little slot where you could put your AirPods or something small. You could even put one of those trackers in here so that if somebody stole your backpack, you could find it, or if you lost it. Ah, here we go. Check it out. This is kind of cool. This is the telescoping key attachment. So if you had a key, you could put it on there and it would pop back in. I don't know how many times that's going to actually work. It doesn't feel, well, yeah. I guess if you let it go, it goes back pretty quickly. So if you had a key, you could put it on there, attach it to the side of the pack somewhere, and then have your key handy. And then these side pockets are also nice because they stretch out for like a water bottle or something like that if you wanted to put that in there on both sides. But then they go pretty flat when they're not stretched out. Phone pocket, that's an iPhone 12. Fits right in there. So let's go ahead and put the drone in here. Okay, so one thing I did notice that's kind of cool is this little bit pops out here, and it will hold, and it'll even stay in there, it will hold a smart controller in there, which is what I currently had in my bag. I forgot that I didn't have my charger, which would go up here, and the charger accessories. I'm trying to think of maybe spare props go right here. I'm not exactly sure where the spare props would go, but yeah, you can see it fits in there nicely. And now the sort of almost ADD side of me wants to go and get 2 more batteries so that I can have 4 batteries in here. Actually, there's 1 battery in the drone, so I only need 1 more. You can see it all fits in there pretty nicely, and then let's see how this zips up. Now, I will say this smart controller is kind of sticking out, and I wonder if that's because of this. Yeah, it feels like that little rubber piece needs to come out, or this little insert needs to come out, and then now this fits in there a little bit better. And then, like I said, you can take this and you can snap it, and then that's shut. And then up here, there is also a snap right here that you can put. Oh, and that is magnetic. Yeah, that's magnetic. See how much I have to kind of tug on it to get it apart? That's the magnet kicking in. That is magnetic right there. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Now it's kind of popping together with those magnets. I believe there's also a place here in the back where they will allow you to put a hydration bag. So if you have like a Camelback or something like that, you can put it in here, and it has a hole in the top. Yep, here's the hole right here for that hydration hose to come out. It's even labeled with a little water drop. And if you had a hydration bag in there. Does it sit up? Yeah, it'll sit up. Let's try it on and see how it feels. Okay, for some reason when I was growing up in high school, you never put both straps on your backpack. It was just a thing back then. And so I've got the one strap on my left arm. It's doing okay. There's some bags that tend to fall off, but this one is staying on. And then if I do decide to be nerdy and put both straps on, that feels fine too. And then there are some adjustments so you can make it tighter here with these 2 guys, or you can loosen it like that and that. Yeah, there's a couple of different options there. And then I thought there was there is a piece right here that goes across the front right there. So I usually don't use these sort of things, but if for some reason you had a lot of weight and you didn't want it to slip, that's going to be the little piece that does that for you. Yeah, feels good. I mean, it's a backpack, right? It's not something I want to hike 30 miles with, but if I was going to shoot in a remote location and need to wear it for an hour or 2, I don't think it would be bad at all, because it has a lot of padding right here on the back, just like me. These things exceed my expectations. I thought they would be nice based on the pictures and based on the description on the website, etc. But they're actually, this bag is really, really nice. It feels very solid. It's got lots of little pockets and things in it, little extra things that I think are just nice features that you might not see on a normal backpack. And it's definitely designed, in this case, for the Mavic 3, but with those little divider pieces, you can kind of customize it for anything. And then this thing, I didn't realize it had this soft side with the sort of stretchy fabric on one side. I'm really excited about that because I feel like that's going to be a great surface to land any drone on and not get dirt in it. Like I said, I'm already a fan of these heavier duty foldable pads versus the pop-out fabric pads. And then the fact that it has USB-C and has so many different light modes, that's awesome. I really like that. If you want to check these things out, there are affiliate links below in the description. And if you want to leave a comment about these things or have a suggestion for some other drone-related accessory for us to take a look at, please hit me up in the comments, and I would love to hear that. Hope you're having a great day and look forward to seeing you next time on Ready, Set, Drone.
Oh, hello. Is it cold out here? It's not that cold. Oh, cool.